Hey everyone, it's YT's channel name and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of DIY with some seriously amazing and surprisingly easy ideas for creating your very own pots using, wait for it, plastic molds and cement. Yep, you heard that right. We're talking about transforming simple, everyday materials into stunning home decor pieces that look like they came straight out of a fancy design magazine. Get ready to unleash your inner artist and let's get this DIY party started. First up, we have a simple yet elegant pot design that you can create using a basic plastic bowl as a mold. This project is perfect for beginners and seasoned crafters alike. Trust me, this one is so easy, you'll be a pro in no time. Plus, it's a fun and rewarding way to spend an afternoon. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need a plastic bowl. You can find these at any dollar store or even repurpose one you already have at home. I like to use one that has a little bit of a lip around the edge, just to give it a more polished look. The lip adds a nice touch and makes the final product look more professional. Now before we get our hands dirty with the cement, let's prep our workspace. This step is crucial to keep things tidy and organized. I always lay down some newspaper or a drop cloth to protect my table. It makes cleanup a breeze and keeps your workspace neat. Trust me, cement can get a little messy. But that's part of the fun, right? Alright, now for the fun part, mixing the cement. This is where the magic happens. I'm using a pre-mixed cement mix, which makes life so much easier. You can find these at any hardware store. Just add water according to the instructions on the bag, and mix it until you get a smooth, pourable consistency, kind of like a thick pancake batter. Make sure to mix thoroughly to avoid any lumps. You don't want it too runny or too thick. The right consistency is key to a successful project. Once your cement is mixed, carefully pour it into your plastic bowl mold. Take your time to avoid spills. You can fill it up to the top or leave some space, depending on how deep you want your pot to be. It's all about personal preference. Now here's a little pro tip to prevent air bubbles from forming in your cement. Gently tap the bottom of the bowl on your work surface a few times. This step is crucial for a smooth finish. This will help those pesky bubbles rise to the surface. You want your pot to look as smooth and professional as possible. Now comes the hard part, waiting. Patience is key in this step. You'll need to let your cement pot dry for at least 24 hours or even longer, depending on the size and thickness of your pot. The drying time can vary, so be patient. Trust me, I know it's hard to resist the urge to peek, but patience is key here. The longer you wait, the better the result. After 24 hours, gently check if the cement is dry. Be careful not to rush this step. If it's still wet, give it some more time to cure. It's better to wait a little longer than to risk ruining your project. Once it's completely dry, it's time for the grand reveal. This is the most exciting part. Carefully peel away the plastic bowl mold to reveal your brand new cement pot. Take your time to avoid any damage. And voila, you've done it! Celebrate your hard work and creativity. You've created a stunning, minimalist pot that's perfect for succulents, cacti, or any small plant babies. It's a beautiful addition to any home or garden. Next, we'll show you how to make a geometric pot using a plastic container with unique shapes. This one is for all you modern design lovers out there. Alright, for this project we're going to need a plastic container with some interesting geometric shapes. I found this cool container at the dollar store, can you believe it? Score! It has these really cool facets that are going to look so modern and chic once they're cast in cement. Just like before, we're going to start by prepping our workspace with some newspaper or a drop cloth. Safety first, always. Now let's mix up our cement. Again, I'm using a pre-mixed cement mix because, well, it's just easier. Follow the instructions on the bag, add water gradually, and mix it until you get that perfect pancake batter consistency. Now, carefully pour the cement mixture into your plastic container mold. You can fill it all the way up or leave some space at the top, depending on the look you're going for. Remember that pro tip from the last project? Gently tap the container on your work surface a few times to release any trapped air bubbles. Now, it's time to play the waiting game again. Let your cement pot dry for at least 24 hours or even longer if needed. I know patience is a virtue, but trust me, it's worth the wait. Once the cement is completely dry and hardened, it's time to unmold our masterpiece. Carefully peel away the plastic container to reveal your stunning geometric cement pot, and there you have it. A modern, eye-catching pot that's perfect for adding a touch of geometric glam to your plant collection. For our third idea, we're going to use a plastic bottle to create a hanging pot that's perfect for small plants. This is a fantastic way to repurpose plastic bottles and give them a new life. Get ready to add some vertical greenery to your space. This project is not only eco-friendly but also a great way to bring nature indoors. Okay, so for this project we're going to need a plastic bottle. You probably have one lying around at home, so go ahead and grab it. I'm using a standard size water bottle, but you can use any size or shape you like. The beauty of this project is its flexibility. Just make sure it's clean and dry. Any residue or moisture can affect the final outcome, so take your time with this step. Now here's where things get a little different. We're going to transform this simple bottle into something beautiful and functional. We're going to cut our plastic bottle to create the shape of our hanging pot. This is where you can let your creativity shine. I'm going for a simple, rounded shape, so I'm cutting off the top third of the bottle. This will form the main body of our pot. But you can get creative and experiment with different shapes and sizes. Maybe try a more angular cut, or even a wavy edge. Once you've cut your bottle, you'll need to make a drainage hole in the bottom. This step is crucial for the health of your plants. This is important to allow excess water to escape and prevent your plants from getting waterlogged. Proper drainage is key to plant health. I'm using a drill to make a few small drainage holes, but you can also use a sharp object like a nail or a skewer. Just be careful. Alright, now that our plastic bottle mold is prepped and ready, let's mix up our cement mixture. This will form the sturdy base of our pot. You know the drill. Pre-mix cement, water, and mix until smooth and pourable. Make sure there are no lumps for a smooth finish. Now, carefully pour the cement mixture into your plastic bottle mold. Take your time to avoid spills and ensure an even fill. You can fill it up to the top or leave some space, depending on how deep you want your hanging pot to be. This will determine the final look. And don't forget to tap out those air bubbles. This step ensures a solid and even structure for your pot. Now, here's the fun part. Creating the hanging mechanism. This is where your pot will come to life as a hanging piece. I'm using some sturdy twine, but you can use any type of rope or cord that you like. Choose something that complements your decor. Simply cut a length of twine that's long enough to hang your pot at your desired height. Measure twice to get the perfect length. Then, thread the twine through the drainage hole in the bottom of the bottle, and tie a knot on the inside to secure it. Make sure it's tight. Now, all that's left to do is wait for our cement to dry. This is the hardest part, but it's worth the wait. As always, patience is key. Rushing this step can ruin all your hard work, so let it dry thoroughly. Let your hanging pot dry for at least 24 hours, or even longer, to make sure it's completely hardened. This ensures durability. Once the cement is dry, carefully peel away the plastic bottle mold to reveal your adorable hanging pot. This is the moment of truth. And there you have it. A beautiful handmade hanging pot that you can be proud of. A charming and unique hanging pot that's perfect for adding a touch of greenery to your walls, shelves, or even your ceiling. Enjoy your new creation and the fresh look it brings to your space. Finally, we'll demonstrate how to make a large statement pot using a plastic bucket as a mold. This project is perfect for those who love to add a touch of DIY to their gardening. This one's for all you plant lovers who aren't afraid to go big. Imagine having a stunning oversized pot that you made yourself, proudly displayed in your garden or patio. Alright, for this project, we're going to need a plastic bucket. It's a versatile and affordable mold that works perfectly for our needs. I'm using a standard-sized bucket, but you can use a larger one if you're feeling ambitious. The size of the bucket will determine the final size of your pot, so choose wisely. Just make sure it's clean and dry. Any residue or moisture can affect the final outcome of your cement pot. Now, because we're working with a larger mold this time, we're going to need to use a bit more cement. This ensures that the pot is sturdy and durable. I'm doubling the recipe, but you can adjust the amount depending on the size of your bucket. It's always better to have a little extra than to run out halfway through. As always, mix your cement according to the instructions on the bag and make sure it's nice and smooth. A well-mixed cement will result in a stronger and more attractive pot. Now, carefully pour the cement mixture into your plastic bucket mold. Take your time to avoid any spills or uneven layers. You can fill it up to the top or leave some space depending on how deep you want your pot to be. A deeper pot can accommodate larger plants with more extensive root systems. And don't forget our trusty air bubble busting technique. Gently tap the bucket on your work surface a few times. This helps to release any trapped air bubbles, ensuring a smooth finish. Now here's a fun little tip for adding some extra texture and visual interest to your large pot. This step allows you to personalize your creation and make it truly unique. While the cement is still wet, you can press in various objects to create unique patterns and designs. This is where you can let your creativity shine. I'm using some old silverware to create a cool geometric pattern, but you can use anything you like. Leaves, stones, even bubble wrap. Each object will leave a distinct imprint. Get creative and have fun with it. The more imaginative you are, the more unique your pot will be. Now it's time to let our cement masterpiece dry. This is a crucial step, so make sure to give it enough time. This one's going to take a bit longer than the smaller pots, so be patient and give it at least 48 hours or even longer to make sure it's completely hardened. Rushing this step can compromise the integrity of your pot. Once the cement is dry and solid, it's time for the grand unveiling. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Carefully peel away the plastic bucket mold to reveal your stunning statement-making pot. Take your time to avoid any damage to the edges. And there you have it, a beautiful handcrafted pot that you can proudly display. A large and in-charge cement pot that's perfect for showcasing your favorite large plants or even creating a dramatic focal point in your garden. Enjoy your new creation and the compliments that are sure to follow. And that's a wrap on our DIY cement pot extravaganza. I hope you guys enjoyed these easy and affordable ideas for adding some handmade charm to your plant game. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more fun and creative DIY projects. And be sure to let me know in the comments down below which pot design was your favorite, and if you have any other brilliant ideas for using plastic molds and cement. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time, happy crafting. Happy.